This is the Palin Update on Mama Grizzly Radio. I'm Kevin Scholla in the Narrowgate Security Agency studios.
I say vote for Donald J. Trump and then unite to make America great again.
We've been debunking the disgusting lies levied against Donald Trump for weeks now. The media, the left, and the squishy GOP has come after the Republican frontrunner for president on all fronts. Over the last few weeks, we had the privilege to hear from Victoria Price, who defended Mr. Trump's pro-life stance, Jan Morgan, who spoke up on Trump's Second Amendment strengths, and last week, our friends Diamond and Silk spoke candidly on race and women's issues. Today, we're joined by former congressional candidate in Arizona, Gabby Saucedo Mercer, who will talk about immigration and the support of Trump from legal immigrants and other Americans of Hispanic descent. Gabby Mercer is coming up. Sarah Palin endorses our good friend Rob Maness. Palin stumps for Trump and a Packers legend in Wisconsin. Todd Palin continues his road to recovery. A brand new installment of Liberty and Legacy with Tamara Colbert is on the way from Texas. And just ahead, our latest edition of Steel Resolve with Sarah Steelman in Missouri. Welcome to the Palin Update on Mama Grizzly Radio. The Palin Update is sponsored by Narrowgate Security Agency. Learn more at narrowgate.com. If you believe the dishonest among us, Donald Trump is anti-immigrant. Trump's call for a wall to stop illegal immigration has been twisted into a bad thing rather than a move toward better national security. Today's guest knows all about coming to America for a better life, coming to America the right way. She is a former candidate for Congress in Arizona and living the American dream. And today we welcome Gabby Mercer back to the Palin Update on Mama Grizzly Radio. Hey, Gabby, how are you?
I'm good, Kevin. Thank you for having me on.
So great to have you as always. And, you know, when you ran for Congress in Arizona, obviously this program hugely behind you, and you've offered great insight as a contributor here. And, you know, we just thought as the weeks have gone by, we've been debunking a lot of the narratives that have been put out there against Mr. Trump, and we thought you'd be perfect when it comes to immigration and issues in that realm. So first off, I just want people who may not know your background to get a little idea about how you came to America and what a wonderful ride it has been here for you. And as I have mentioned, a congressional candidate. Tell people how that started and how you got to the USA.
Well, when I married my husband in 1986, I immigrated to the United States. I did it the right way. I went through the process of becoming an American citizen. July 3rd, 1991, I proudly took an oath to become a naturalized citizen. And the only reason that I wanted to become a citizen was because I wanted to have the right to vote in this country. I love the United States. I am living the American dream. It was just, it was a no-brainer to become an American. I became part of the culture, everything that that means the United States of America. It's in me. I don't know how to explain it. I'm just proud to be an American. It just breaks my heart to see that our immigration laws are not being enforced and that people just come here to take and not give anything back. I was not offended at all when Mr. Trump said Mexico is importing bad people. It's true. You know, I always tell people when they ask me, you know, when you insulted, you know, he's a racist. Like, come on, you know, racism doesn't even start. You know, when people talk about race, is to me is ignorance. You know, because last time I saw, I was a human being, and we're all human. I don't care what color of your skin you have. You're still a human being. And when people talk about race, you know, I remember when I learned in school, we have the three subcategories: Caucasoid, Negroid, and Mongoloid. And if you want to categorize that as a race, you know, so be it. I laugh about it because it's just, to me, it's like a stupidity. If you want to be ignorant and talk about different things and belittle people for stupid things that they do, to me, that's not racism.
I love the way you put it, Gabby. You say you emigrated here the right way, and that's the thing I was trying to get across to a lot of people. It's one thing for us to complain about it, people who were born in America, but for someone who did come here, as you put it, the right way, this whole immigration flap has to bother you probably more than someone who was born in this country because you did it the right way. And the way the media tries to spin it by saying, Trump is anti-immigrant. Nothing could be farther from the truth, whether you're talking about you, me, Sarah Palin, Donald Trump. Anti-immigrant, no. Anti-illegal immigrant. They won't even say the word. They say undocumented.
Exactly. It's unfortunate that that the left or people in politics they have to be so politically correct that they cannot say they get stuck in semantics, and it just drives me absolutely crazy. When I came to this country, the first thing I needed to do was learn the language, learn the laws of this country, so I could be a good citizen. When I see, politicians talking about, just ignoring the immigration laws of this country, it just breaks my heart. I know people that have come to this country, they've been here 30 years and they still have their green card. They have never taken the step to become American citizens. And, you hear this path to citizenship, give them a path to citizenship. Well, a lot of people don't want that path to citizenship. They just want to be takers, and they still hold their citizenship from whatever country they came from. And, to me, that's not, you're not being loyal to the United States. And where's your loyalty? Where is your allegiance to? When I took that oath of citizenship, I renounced to that. And it was, to me, I tell people, it's kind of like when I took my marriage vows. It was the same. It had the same meaning to a certain extent, because I felt it it's inside of me. It's hard to explain unless you go through the process.
Have you found in your experience that most of Hispanic descent are very much wanting to do things the right way, but the media mischaracterizes things? Because I know we see this in the black community. I know we see this in with all different groups that Obama has tried to divide in the United States over the last 8 years. Have you found that most people who do want to come to America do want to do it the right way, but then we see these reports of people who are coming over, like you said, trying to be takers and are getting the backing of Democrats?
Absolutely. You see all kinds of you see both sides, I guess. And in many, the people that are trying to do it the right way, they're the ones that are standing in line. Sometimes it takes a long time to do it the right way. But, these people, they don't want to risk being denied access to the things that the United States offers to people that are doing it the right way. But then, then you think, well, it's not fair to those people, because if you just claim that you're illegal or you're being quote unquote persecuted in your country of origin, they just let you in. The United States has spent so much money on all these refugees, and I don't know if you remember all those children that were coming across the border, unaccompanied minors. It just drove me absolutely crazy. It's like, whose parents in their right mind would allow their children to travel miles and miles and miles, days and days, to come across the border in the United States illegally? It's just, it makes no sense in my brain. I cannot explain the insanity of that.
You've seen some of the backlash on social media from people who are supporting Trump or even saying anything positive about Trump, and
Oh my God.
I've been getting it. As a bald white man, I get it, but I mean, I can't imagine, if you're black, if you're gay, if you're not Christian, or if you're Hispanic, if you're a woman, the backlash has been just ridiculous. And I know you had a couple of stories of late, right? People, dumping you on social media or, posting nasty comments. Even
Oh my
30
God.
years ago, 25 years ago, even the heated elections, Bush against Clinton, we've seen some heated elections where still people said, all right, you're for that person, I'm for this person, but you talk. Here, I mean, if you're for Trump, you either have a lot of people, coming around and want to be your best friend, or a lot of people really coming after you in nasty, disgusting ways.
It's so crazy, and to me, again, it's either people are ignorant, they don't want to hear the truth, they're just so stuck in their, they call us that we're brainwashed because we're supporting Trump. In the beginning, I liked Cruz because he was a quote unquote not establishment guy. He was a Tea Party darling. Sarah Palin supported him. He had done a lot of things in the Senate. He stood up to the establishment, and he's my hero, right? And then he totally went, just totally switched because the way he started acting on the debates and just going after Trump. What did it for me, Kevin, was when the Chicago riots started, and they did not allow the people, the supporters of Trump, to have the right to peacefully assemble. And when Cruz decided to blame Trump for the violence and all this baloney, I said, wait a minute. Where is the Cruz that I remember? Where is the Cruz that's supposed to stand for we the people, and just where's the anger? Where's the outrage that because of those people that are funded by Soros, they denied hundreds and hundreds and thousands of people not to be able to assemble peacefully. That's when I totally lost everything that I had, respect for Cruz. Stand there and say, hey, this is not right. I stand with Trump. I don't care if you agree with him or not, but the people that are supporting him have the right to peacefully assemble, and they have, the freedom of speech, for heaven's sake.